Star Wars, The Last Jedi, full trailer, then discussion. James, take us away.
Let's go.
All right, let's go.
Light. Darkness. A balance. It's so much bigger.
Truth. It's time for the Jedi to end.
All right, wow, what a trailer! Holy moly, James! Welcome to the channel, everybody. Here we are. We're gonna watch it. We're gonna go into detail. We're gonna really give it the old suck professor finger up the garbage. Hey, James. By the way, do you like my my lightsaber?
Sure.
Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
I picked out a good color, don't you think? Look at that. You can move it around and everything. Oh, oh no. Oh, well, good thing you got a spare. Oh man, I got. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh shit. Oh, I should drop it. I'm just gonna put it. I can't believe you're not even saying anything. If most people would probably have a reaction to what's happening, then okay, I'll put it down. I'll put it down. Oh God, James, there's just no stopping you, is there? Jesus Christ, you're amazing. Okay, well, enough about that. We'll worry about it later. Welcome everybody, like, subscribe, and blah blah blah. Let's get into it, James. Give a warning about spoilers.
Oh yeah, we kind of sort of know what we're talking about, but not a whole lot. But we are going to spoil the heck out of what we do know.
Yeah, well, also we're not going to say anything other than the trailer. So
yeah, we know this is Star Wars. This is a very, very revered franchise, so we're going to try extra hard not to be extra stupid.
Yeah, we're not going to try to not be stupid, except that I'm good at being not stupid. Or all right, so here, it's the first moment here. I love the opening shot. James, I thought these were stars the first moment when I first saw that. What did you think?
I didn't know what they were. I thought they were stars too, though.
Yeah, all right. So
it's a safe assumption.
Well, I mean, the word star is in the name of the show.
Yes.
Or it could be wars, right? So anyway, obviously it's not. I kind of figured that out quite quickly. It was glinting. And then, look at that. What is it? Oh no, it's a woman's hand. At least we find out it's a woman's hand, or it's a feminine hand. It happens to be attached to a woman later on, as is revealed very soon. But this is the character, Rey.
Yeah, so this picks up right at the end of The Force Awakens, where Rey goes to the island of Ahch-To.
Spell it.
AHCH-TO.
Ahch-To.
I'm pretty sure it was named as a guy sneezed.
Yeah, Ahch-To. Yeah. Or if it was named after the way I sneeze, it'd be, ooh, sorry I got snot on the back of your dress there, lady at the grocery store.
Yeah, so the iconic ending scene of the previous movie, The Force Awakens, was Rey meeting Luke Skywalker at this isolated island on this planet, which is the housing site of the Jedi's first temple.
Yeah.
So we can only assume that she's training with him, because we know she has Jedi powers, because she clearly exhibited them during her fight with Kylo Ren. She's got the midichlorians in her.
The midichlorians. Do they still go with that, or did they just...
I wish they didn't, because the way I always looked at Star Wars is that the Force was this mythical force, to use the same word again, that would choose you if you're worthy. But then they went ahead in the prequel to the original trilogy. They kind of went to this whole midichlorian thing, saying that it was a physical, genetic, inherited, cellular condition. I can't do this with that.
You can't do it with the wiggling shirt piece?
I can't.
Well, that's the midichlorians working on her. Is it Glorians or Chlorians?
I think it was chlorines, but I'll get that wrong. I don't know.
Who cares? It doesn't matter.
I hope that's been dropped, but I can't. It seems like it's part of canon because it was part of the prequels.
Yeah, well, George Lucas's farts are part of canon, but you know what? That guy needs to go shave his beard in heaven where he belongs. Wait, I mean, like, he lives in a nice house and stuff. But like Jar Jar Binks, we don't talk about him. He's like American history, the bad parts, We don't talk about the Brady Bunch. We don't talk about everything before 1942. I don't know what I'm saying. But they should just go away because it's a really dumb thing. But yeah, look, it can do a lot with pressing back and forth on the screen button there.
So we can only assume that at this point, Luke Skywalker just backhanded her for not getting the wrinkles out of his robe.
Yes, that's safe to assume that this movie is just like a lifetime thing about domestic violence.
Yeah, the last thing she knew was she was putting herself on an island with a monster.
With a guy who can control her thoughts.
There's a reason why he exiled himself.
He's like one of those guys who's a pedophile but never did anything. Yeah. All right, sorry, that went too far. But look, he hits the... Bam! Take that, Rock! But do we think she fell? Or she's obviously in some sort of like active mode.
In all seriousness,
this is not how she wakes up.
In The Force Awakens, the first time she touches the lightsaber that was created by Darth Vader, passed down to Luke, the blue lightsaber, which we'll get into more, obviously.
Hopefully.
She had flashbacks.
Yeah.
And the flashbacks included something that we might see a little bit later in the trailer, but it included something that happened to Luke as though it was an embedded memory that he had, even though he didn't have possession of the lightsaber. So it's like she's tapping into the Force and seeing things that she has no reason to know about. Yeah, got it. So it's safe to assume that in her training, maybe she just got out of another flashback, maybe using and mastering the Force as physically, exerting. So she's probably just collapsing after.
He's teaching her how to be an EMT and how to wrap up a busted elbow. But hey, you don't got to go that high up the shoulder there, goofball. All right. By the way, James, want to see my impression of me at a Chinese buffet? Ready?
Sure.
I just get my face down in the General Tso's and I go like it's a big set of stripper boobs. All right, so I think maybe she is like just accomplished some big goal. She just did some sort of feat of strength or training, or maybe she's training for American Ninja Warrior or something fun. Family Feud, perhaps.
No, it's got to be something impressive because we saw her summon the lightsaber to herself during her fight with Kylo Ren in The Force Awakens, and that didn't take a toll on her. But then again, she probably had a lot of adrenaline going during that fight.
Sure. Well, I'm saying in the training moment. This is like in like those army movies when they finally are able to like survive the push-ups or something. All right, so let's keep pushing. She's out of breath. She's tired. She didn't look too wet though. Just so I know we're over. I'm hammering this dead horse. Who hammers horses? You beat horses, duh. She's not like all soaking wet, but she's like out of breath. Okay, I don't know what. There's no point there. What the fuck's wrong with me? All right, next one. Oh yeah. This reminds me of childhood when I got angry because we couldn't afford to go to the movies. Oh, I thought it said little. I'm dumb. It said limited. Lucasfilm. Okay. Should say Disney film. Okay, what is that word? Breathe?
Yeah, we can hear what sounds like
Luke.
Yes.
Okay, now this is the island of misfit toys.
The island on the planet.
But it's the planet, not the island?
I think it's the planet. Maybe, I could be wrong, though.
Well,
let's the island. Yeah.
Let's know in the comments, everybody.
Someone who knows this much better than us will know.
James, you ever heard the phrase, every man is an island and every woman is an archipelago? Check out these other islands, though. You think he's got neighbors and he like has to swim over there to get a cup of brown sugar?
No, he uses the Force to get the sugar.
He just, but he doesn't ask. He waits.
No, he takes it by force.
He's like, oh, there's another set of stuff over there. Cool. He's just like this weird local goon. Oh boy, who's that fucking creep living on the island? But that's kind of cool. Beautiful. Love a good son. I love a good son. Let me back up. I talked over the speaking part.
Yes.
Okay, this is a shot from Zelda, obviously. Looking good. Look at this place. Is that a road? Was that a windy, or is that just sort of part of the geographical features?
We do know that this island is allegedly the site of the first Jedi temple.
What? That's outrageous.
That's why he was there.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why they were trying to put together the map in The Force Awakens that would lead them to Luke's
So he was living there, or he?
Right. Do you recall the reason why he exiled himself?
No.
Well, essentially what happened was this whole series of movies takes place 30 years after the end of the Return of the Jedi.
Okay.
So Luke, in his time after the end of the original trilogy, has spent his time training other Padawans into using the Force, into becoming Jedi.
All right. Kind of like me, how I taught you how to use the remote control.
Yeah. And one of those Padawans happened to be the son of Han Solo and Princess Leia, as we know is now Kylo Ren.
Kylo Ren.
He turned to the dark side and ended up murdering all of the Padawans that Luke had been training.
Oh.
So Luke took that pretty hard. He blamed himself for the deaths of those people.
Wow.
We even see a flashback when Rey touches the lightsaber, where it shows like Luke leaning against R2-D2. So it's assumed that was the moment when Kylo Ren came in and wreaked havoc on everything.
But was that in the movie?
Yes.
Oh, wow. I must have fallen asleep during that part. Yeah, boy, what a piece of shit this Kylo Ren is.
So he exiled himself because he blamed himself for that failure.
I see.
But on the flip side, it was also rumored that he was searching for the for the first Jedi temple.
Okay, but in order to do what? With what purpose?
Not quite sure.
To study up on his own thing, to be a monk. Did he always want to jerk off into a fire?
He was looking for some Zelda spirit orbs, so he can increase his heart containers.
Yeah, totally. He's hoping to catch birds. See this little bird?
Yeah,
check that out. But that's some serious CGI there. This is what happens if George Lucas had directed this. There'd be a bunch of robots dancing. There'd be some stupid kid.
Cantina.
Yeah, a bunch of weird racist tropes. There'd be all kinds of like weird. Glowy blue things flying all over the place, and then for some reason Schindler. That's so weird. Why was that guy in those movies? You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Liam Neeson, the actor.
Oh, Schindler. Okay,
what the fuck was? Why did they? Okay, so working on his list. Writing down names.
So I predict in this movie though that when we didn't see a lot of interaction between Rey and Luke Skywalker.
That was like the big reveal at the end of it. Was that like, oh my God, there's Mark Hamill. Luke Skywalker.
And by the way, as we're doing this, please catch me anytime instead of saying Rey, I say Ren. Okay. That would be.
Well, there's Kylo Ren.
Kylo Ren and Rey. Yeah.
It's easy to get confused.
Yeah.
Just don't call her Jar Jar Rey.
Okay. I'll try not to. But we know that when he first sees her, there's not a lot of dialogue between the two because it kind of drops off there. But I would assume that when she gets there, there's going to be a lot of trying to convince him to train her because the last time he trained Jedi, it did not go well for them. Yeah. And that would be a kind of a hard wound to reopen for him.
I know exactly what he says to her. I know his first line. I know the first thing he says to her. He says, "Did you know about Hillary and this pizza restaurant? That I read it on Reddit. She's at like he's an alt-right guy. All right, should I take that part out? Are we gonna piss off some people? Who gives a fuck? Okay, so but we do get the. It's pretty clear. It's inferred in the first movie, but confirmed with this trailer that she stays and gets trained by him.
Yeah, and then
he becomes her Yoda.
Yeah. And the overshot of the island doesn't really look like there's a lot of places to train.
What are you talking about? There's all kinds of gravity.
It's all
go
like
up.
Rocky terrain.
James, haven't you ever been on an island? Haven't you ever used stairs? Come on. You walk up, you walk down. You walk up, you walk down. You get tired, you go eat a piece of meat, and you take a nap, and you come back and do it again.
Yeah, what I'm saying is I assume that there's like tunnels and, hollowed out areas inside there where the temple is within the rock of the island.
Oh, no, my Care Bear. No, you train where it's difficult. You train where you have to learn how to do stand one foot on a rock and 1 foot on a different rock, and then you get better. What do you want, a track and field? You want a fucking javelin tournament? Come on, grow up. No, I get your point though. I see what you're saying. Like they don't have like arenas or something.
Yeah.
Is that what you mean?
Yes.
Or you just want me to move on?
Did you say javelin?
I said javelin. You know the spears?
I always thought it was javelin.
Why don't they have a light spear javelin?
Oh, that'd be a little wasteful.
That'd be funny though, like it's just a long, like 60-yard toss. And
then you can bring it back to you with the Force.
Oh, perfect! Hey. See, you and I should be writing this shit, not fucking George R.R. Martin.
With my luck, it would come back blade first.
Yeah. Well, look at what happened at the beginning. But now there she is. She's on some sort of like this must be. I bet you this is where he pees. This is just their bathroom. He just squats off and. It'd be hard to poop off of that though. Think about it.
How bad it would be for him. He's used to being alone, so he could just do whatever the heck he wants. Now he's got to be mindful because he's got a young woman on the island.
Now I've got to put my dick away. Damn it. Sometimes I take my penis out before I get to the bathroom, just because I'm sufficient. But I started doing that at restaurants.
Can you imagine if she first landed, he was just naked squatting over the side of a cliff?
But see, squatting off, like, just think of the physics of squatting. That is not a smart. You need to hold on to something. Is my point. You can't crap off the side of a boat unless you like you need to lock your legs into the railing or something. Like that's how it works. You can't just you could just like only Instagram models have the kind of leg power to be able to lean back far enough to not poop on the land.
Yeah, but she startles him while he's squatting and just force pushes her into the ocean.
He force wipes though. He's got like a glowy blue toilet paper that just comes up. Okay, so we've gotten
disrespectful.
Well, I mean, mostly just insulting to our listeners and to ourselves. Okay, so I like the water thing. This looks like she's kind of getting it together here. She's learning her moves. I mean, I don't know if that's a movie taught her. Stand still for a while. Okay, hold on. Reach out, right? Reach out. And this is a big moment, right? Everybody got excited about this one here, huh?
Yeah.
Look, so what do you think's going on?
It shows that she has got powerful force abilities.
Is this a powerful force ability or is this a beginner force ability?
That would look pretty powerful to me. I don't recall Luke doing that.
Yeah, I do. He raised up a fucking X-wing out of the Dagobah system, out of Yoda's front lawn.
Not on his first day.
Well, yeah, no, we don't know how much time she's been here. Maybe
those are extremely heavy pebbles.
Maybe she's a 7-year Gryffindor. Yeah, no, those are uranium. Those are like super heavy, dense. Those are particles of a neutron star. So I do like the shot though. It's cool. I like the way the physics seems to be working. I don't know. That's just CGI, whatever it is. They filmed this on one of those planes, one of those
kind of gnarly fingers though.
She's a badass. Badass people have gnarly fingers. Come on, haven't you ever gone down to San Francisco, downtown? Look at her. Look at her go. Very clean. Well, sure. Well, that's because she lives near the water.
Yeah.
I like the music swelling. This is obviously an important moment. I think this is going to be like, oh my god, she's finally getting control. Because what I'm seeing here is restraint, honestly.
Oh yeah. I
think it's cool because the rocks aren't flying off. She's even turned one of them into one of those weird hipster rings. You know how girls wear rings on the other digits, like the other knuckle parts? I'm always like, geez, don't those fall off? Like, what if you get sexy time with that? Aren't you going to get stuck somewhere?
To be precise with the Force, to have vast control over it. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, kind of cool. I wish this is like how I could clean up. Like I would bathe like this. I would just have someone touch my chest and all my gray chest. I have gray chest hairs now, James. It's
good to know.
It's because I bought markers. I bought gray markers and I slept on them. I was doing Sudoku. All right, so
they make gray markers.
Of course they do. They're called dirty white. Gray. Okay.
What do you see?
What do you see? Did you hear it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We got all kinds of cool shit in this shot. All right, so hold on. Look, there's a hooded figure on the left. That could be Little Red Riding Hood wearing a darker hood. It's not really.
Okay, so the question,
all right,
the
what do you
big
got?
Boiling question for this one is this a shot from the control center of the Resistance?
Okay.
It would appear to be.
I'm assuming it is.
And I could be wrong about this, but I could have sworn I read somewhere that Carrie Fisher would not be present in this movie.
No? Didn't she die?
Yes, she died.
Yeah, she's good. Yeah.
But that they wouldn't be disrespectful. They wouldn't try and do what they did with Tarkin and try and make her fully CGI or I mean, they did in Rogue One. You have the fully CGI young Leia.
Yeah.
But
I thought that. Did you like that young Leia CGI? I thought she looked like an orangutan from Planet of the Apes.
I was okay with it.
Yeah. I mean, it was great because it's such an iconic moment too because it kicks off the entire first 3 episodes, original episodes. They call them. Well, they're called episodes, right?
Yeah, episode 1, episode 2.
Yeah. 4, 5, and 6.
You have A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi.
That's right. And now this is the Last Jedi. So maybe someday there'll be the first Jedi, which will be just some monkey who irritates everybody.
Yeah. So clearly they're looking at like a star map of something going on. This is planning for the plot of the movie. I'm not quite sure what the plot is.
Sure.
I assume that it's still the First Order is looking for Rey, looking for Luke Skywalker to try and eradicate the Jedi Order.
Yes, or this is the rebels going like, hey, they're building something. We're gonna have to go fuck them up. We got to better fight back.
That's usually the plot. I mean, you had the Star Killer base from the last movie. Yeah. You had the Death Star from the original trilogy, so it would serve a reason. I'm really hoping this one's about a gigantic moon-sized gun, because that would be just make me feel like home. Yep. I mean, honestly, no more Death Stars. Would they not get the fuck off? Do something cool. Do Death Squares. Mm-hmm. Just become the Borg. The Borgs have circles, by the way. I mean spheres, right? All right. So let's not act like they didn't steal from Star Wars too. Those motherfuckers, Gene Roddenberry. No, I'm just joking. I love Star Trek. Cool table, cool bench. I like this stuff. They could put their sodas on here. Although, actually, no, that's a bad idea. It's sloped. This is not a productive workspace. How do they expect people to maintain their output? I like what this guy's up to. He's going, hey, anybody got any hair dye? Cool. Look at it. James, circles everywhere. Yep. Circle gets the square. High five. Oh, my elbow. Oh, I have an elbow problem.
Okay, so, but do you think that's Leia? Oh, look, a ring. Could that be like an identifying ring?
It could be. I mean, the hairstyle looks like it's a woman.
Yeah, I would guess this is a woman. But although it's Star Trek or Star Wars, it could be anything.
The most grievous sin you can do is call Star Wars Star Trek.
Yeah, well, it's Stargate SG-1. I mean, you never know. That could be Richard Dean Anderson right there. But no, this is the Rebels because it's a diverse group. You got whites, you got blacks, you got Asians, you got ladies. It
doesn't look like an evil
graphics.
Conglomerate.
Yeah, this doesn't have an evil sense about it. Yeah. You even got little red. I don't know why I went with that. There's so many other funnier hooded characters like Death. Steve
Bannon.
Steve Bannon. Cool. Is this like? Do you think this is? Are those people behind? Or are they
those people.
Are they in the hologram?
I think they're just walking around in the background. I don't think they're part of the hologram.
Oh, okay, yeah. Maybe this is their version of scrambled porn. Remember scrambled porn?
You just got to bat the side of the holograms until it clears up.
Yeah.
To adjust the antenna.
Just hitting it, just trying to like this, like, oh, I think I saw a boot, or no, I think it was a foot. It was a foot. Okay, so, all right. Anyway, I'm talking too much. I'm sorry. There they go. A lot of people.
Light.
Oh, let's listen to what they say.
Light.
Light. She said light. So that's the good. This is got to be Rebels.
Yeah.
The light is the positive.
Well, the good thing he says, "What do you see?" and she says, "Light," which is reassuring because it means she's seeing the light side of the Force, not the dark.
And they're matching the dialogue with this shot, which is they're seeing light when she says light. Therefore, this is the positive. It'd be weird if this was like Darth Vader's balls and they're like light and like, no, that's dark. Come on, Dern. You think he's got like an extra one? That's why he's so tough.
He's dead.
He's not dead in my heart. My dead heart. All right. Oh no. Okay, another shot. We know the dialogue. Let's just play the scene, then we'll back it up.
Darkness.
Darkness. So light and darkness. What a contrast. I am, for one, grateful that finally some filmmakers brave enough to highlight the difference between light and dark.
Yes.
I mean, that's the oldest story
What
of the
a
book.
cliche.
Well, it's good versus evil, the duality of humankind. We're all capable of good, we're all capable of evil, just like when I steal from James while he's at work.
And this clearly harkens back to a scene from The Force Awakens when we see Kylo Ren has the melted, destroyed mask of Darth Vader, who's his idol.
It was hard to tell this was Kylo Ren. I had to take a second look at it, but you can see the lines around.
Yeah, it does appear to be Kylo Ren's mask destroyed with broken glass all around it.
Plus, he's taking up a reefer hobby. You see the smoke coming out of him?
But we do know that he had the melted mask of Darth Vader in his possession.
Yeah.
And why would he be so enamored by Darth Vader, aside from the fact that he has an affinity for the dark side?
Yeah, he likes collecting stuff. Maybe he's getting ready for Comic-Con.
Well, who was Darth Vader to him?
His mother's brother. His uncle.
His grandfather.
His grandfather. Anakin was Leia's dad. Leia was his mom, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, she was his grandpa.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've never seen these movies. I'm really bad at details. I'm good at like noticing stupid shit, but I'm not. So anyway, this is Kylo Ren. But is this the same mask from when he got his ass kicked? Or did he go get another one?
He didn't have the mask on when he fought with Rey, from what I recall. Because at the very end of the fight, she does slash him across the face and does some significant damage to him. And I don't recall him having the mask on.
They were in like a snowy wooded area, right? Yeah. So it could be. Who knows? We don't know if this is... We don't have no idea if this is from... a stage setting moment, or if this is actually the consequence of some sort of battle later on in The Last Jedi. We're not sure where this comes from.
But we do know that he's prone to fits of rage, where like when he found out that she had escaped from her restraint, he started slashing at the empty chair with his lightsaber.
Yeah.
He's a petulant child. He's got a very bad temper. So when he finds out that, when he returns back to his room, finds out that, oh no, I got beaten by a girl, all this kind of stuff, I can see him throwing his mask down in rage and saying, my face.
Stomping on it. Maybe throwing his switch at the floor and becoming a real jerk about it. Those are hard to get.
Stomping his feet.
Yeah, stomping his feet. Being a little baby. He's got classic billionaire grandson syndrome, where the grandchildren of billionaires are always fucking maniacs because they get everything and they never have to work for any of their money unless they're treated appropriately by their parents, which is often not possible because their parents are also fucking kooks.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm just saying, it's well known that billionaires' grandchildren are often like, they don't usually have the same work ethic as the old granddad or grandma.
Give me $1 billion, I won't work either.
I know, but your grandchildren will be crazy. That's my point. Okay, so there you go.
I'll have them killed when I die. I'll bury them in my pyramid with me, along with my pets. And
they will be my grandchildren in heaven, where I'm going and be the ruler. Okay, so Kylo Ren's mask is all smashed up. That's pretty fun and exciting. I think everybody's, and that's the guy from Girls.
Yeah.
The actor. What's his name? Something. Dave Smith. Right? What's the actor's name?
I can't think
you
of it.
both know it?
Yeah.
Oh boy, people are going to be telling.
Why'd you bring it up?
I don't know. We should know his name.
Never ask a question you don't already know the answer to.
Well, I ask questions you know the answer to. That's how it works. Well, by the way, is this glass?
Yes.
One time I knew a lady, she hit a bear, and she had her shoes off. She was driving with her shoes off because, it's northern Wisconsin. Anyway, there was glass in her shoes, and she was so stunned, and she put on her shoes, and then she cut the bottom of her feet. And
Why would she punch a bear?
Because the bear had it coming. That's why, James. If you ever met one, you would punch one too, okay? That's why I don't take you to the zoo, you violent maniac. All right, so next scene, let's keep pushing.
Darkness.
Darkness. Okay, what is that?
Now, this one's a little confusing to me. I'm not entirely sure. It looks like almost the inside of a tree, like a gnarled wooden...
It's like a drift... You know people with driftwood clocks?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like kind of like that a little bit. I'm like, that's kind of a hillbilly move. But it's a shell. These are books, though.
Is this the interior of the Jedi Temple?
I would guess these are some sort of sacred, interesting... Yeah, and must be sunlight coming out. I mean, you got to go to a lot of work to make this kind of lighting.
When you see like gnarled tree branches and things like that, you don't usually associate that with evil. You think of it as, like you said, a sacred area of growth and rebirth and life. So I would assume this would be the Jedi Temple,
like the weirwood trees from Game of Thrones. The old man who lives in the bramble bushes up north, or Frodo, like with the fucking hobbits and their stupid hairy feet and their hairy wieners. It's funny though. Maybe I've been playing too much Legend of Zelda, but the first, like this shot here, I was like, "Oh, that's a chest."
Yeah,
that looks like I could open it. Maybe I'll get some opal or a rupee. So it's some sort of mystical knowledge. Maybe this is what Luke found in the temple, and perhaps he found this and then decided to stay to protect it because
it could be,
because this is like the final stuff. Books, we take information and words for granted because it's ever all thrown in our faces constantly with our phones and our everything. Oh yeah, then it cuts to a book. Of course, that would make sense. But like throughout most of our history, books were, first of all, literacy was very rare, but books intact were extremely hard to find. That's why Game of Thrones is so historically accurate.
But does this kind of destroy something that's well known in the Star Wars universe? And correct me if I'm wrong about this, but I always thought like one of the favorite trivia questions that anyone ever asked about Star Wars was, what is one common item that you have never seen in the Star Wars movie? And I think it was always a piece of paper.
Oh, yeah.
And now we're looking at a piece of paper or parchment.
Yeah, parchment, some kind of paper. Maybe it's human skin. Could be onion. We don't know. There's only one way to find out by looking.
But that symbol, is that the symbol of the Jedi Order?
I don't know. It looks a little bit like a hand holding up a lightsaber.
Right, it's almost like the original poster. I don't know if it was original, but I think it was from A New Hope, where it shows Luke Skywalker with Leia clinging to his leg and him holding the lightsaber above his head.
Yeah.
I can't quite remember if that was A New Hope or The Empire Strikes Back or Return of the Jedi.
I don't remember. Yeah, it's hard to say. It's hard to tell. But, obviously there's some importance to this book. It's really old. It's really tattered. It's all fucked up on the edges and stuff. No returning this to Barnes & Noble and getting a discount. That's for sure. I mean, getting a refund. That's for sure. Because, the Borders is one that's gone. Now all we have left is Doctors Without Barnes & Noble. Kill me. So, the balance, right?
Right.
A balance.
One more detail. A gloved hand.
Yeah, so
that is not a real.
It doesn't reveal
person.
Much about who it could be.
Yeah,
I would assume it'd be Luke because I don't think she traveled there with gloves.
I'm betting this is all Luke related. Well, she might have brought gloves. Although we saw in the beginning she didn't have gloves. Mm-hmm. She just had a real twitchy arm thingy. Okay. Yes.
Okay, so
yes.
The iconic shot.
The iconic money shot. Legs spread, swinging around. You know what's going on here? Mosquitoes.
Yeah.
She's dealing with mosquitoes.
It was the first bug zapper.
Zoom, zoom. These bugs are just lighting up. They're turning into small pieces of the sun. It's so hot.
Now, the thing I love about this shot is...
it's a cool shot.
Do you recall the history of the blue lightsaber?
No.
Okay, so the blue lightsaber was originally created by Darth Vader himself. It was used by Darth Vader in his training with Obi-Wan initially. Darth Vader, Anakin, goes rogue, goes and starts going on a killing spree.
Okay.
Eventually, Obi-Wan confronts him, defeats Vader in a duel. Vader loses the blue lightsaber to Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan holds on to it for about 20 years, then passes it on to Luke.
Oh.
Then do you remember how Luke loses it?
No.
In his confrontation with Darth Vader in The Empire Strikes Back, Darth Vader...
Well, Kenobi gets... turns into a ghost. Is that the moment?
No. Oh. In his confrontation with Darth Vader, Luke has his hand cut off, and the lightsaber is lost at that point. And it only reemerges at the point when Rey discovers it in The Force Awakens. And then in the Return of the Jedi, Luke returns with a green lightsaber, but I don't think it ever distinctly says that he made it himself. So he must have gotten like a refurbished one off of Amazon. They were out of the blue ones or something like that. But I think that there was a deleted scene that George Lucas finally showed at a convention that showed long lost footage of Luke actually building the green lightsaber.
Okay.
Because I remember seeing something like that in the audience just going out of their minds because there was all this years and years and years of speculation on how Luke came to possess the green lightsaber.
All right.
So a little bit of trivia.
That's good trivia. I like that. By the way, want to see my Babe Ruth impression?
Sure.
Take that, ball. Get it? She's like a baseball swinger.
Yeah.
Baseball swinger. That's what I call.
Baseball swinger.
That's what I call those guys. Okay. Oh, wait. We gotta back up. We
You
gotta
got
hear
the
what
best words.
I know. I'm good at words. Okay. That's what I put in all my cover letters for my employment opportunities. Here we go.
So much bigger.
So much bigger. Is that what he says? Let's look. I went too far. All right. These go on forever. By the way, everybody. If you're new to this, it's James and I wasting your life, energy, and our time. All right. Let's hear it go.
So much bigger.
So much bigger. And then another person. Do you think she knows that he's there? You know that move where like if James, if you and I were gonna have a fight, and I started swinging my arms around wildly and just waited for you to approach me, and I know I would clobber you with my power fists. Do you think she's doing that in case this stranger gets closer to her?
It's like the scene from The Shining where she's swinging the bat and Jack Nicholson is approaching.
Yeah, she's going up the stairs. That scene in The Shining, side note, she doesn't hold the bat properly. I mean, I know she's a little stressed out.
A little stressed, yeah.
I get it, but come on. Instinctively, you lower your hands down the bat and you're going to have a little better leverage.
She is way choked up on it.
Yeah, she's just super choked up on it. It's fucking unrealistic. I hate that fucking movie. No, I'm just joking. It's a great movie. Yeah, so obviously it's just Luke training her. But listen to the music, though. This is a big swell. Yeah! Christmas! I like how it all comes back to Jesus in our weird world.
He was the first Jedi.
Yeah, Jesus. That's how he turned water into wine. You put... little known trick, you put
He force pushed over the money changers table.
the salt that spilled at the Last Supper. Okay, I was gonna say something about fish and bread or some shit. Who the fuck knows? Okay, so that's cool. Training montage, basically. This is essentially Rocky.
I was about to say Rocky goes running up the cliff, but you beat me to it.
Yeah, there's a statue of like some Philadelphia guy at the top of it. Philadelphia guy, not Tom Hanks, not in like in a gurney. Okay. I think it's cool though. It looks like she's gotten her moves and she's doing pretty good. I mean, although maybe this is day one. I took swimming lessons once, and the first thing they do was like, all right, swim, so that they could film you, and then later they do it again. You can see how much you've improved.
But how
maybe this is that though, where he's just like, all right, little girl, take this fucking thing and go swing it around, and I'm going to tell you what you're doing wrong.
Has his own lightsaber though? That he still has the green one at this point, so he can train with her.
Did he ever lose the green one?
I don't believe so. I don't recall. Actually,
how do you train a lightsaber without another lightsaber?
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. It's like how it's not like he can just like use a wooden stick against it.
Yeah.
So you'll need a lot of wooden sticks.
Like back to Game of Thrones, because I like to talk about accurate history. They use wooden swords and they use like dulled blades.
Yeah, so and she's not water dancing here.
Yeah.
Well, technically she is water dancing. She's dancing in front of the water, but
well, sure, yeah, I do that when I pee. It's called urine dancing.
The lightsaber is I don't want to.
I've got a lightsaber pee-pee. It comes out. I piss steam basically. Is what happens. Yeah, it's terrible. That's why I've never had a girlfriend past the first date.
Is that why I always hear that music when you go in the bathroom?
Yep.
The swelling music.
Yep. It's also why you always hear me scream in pain, because the steam boils my nipples.
Well, there's always a man in the robe standing behind you while you do it.
That's a cutout of my dad. All right. I can't piss without. You know how some people can't pee unless the bathroom's empty? I can't pee unless I have a cardboard cutout of my dad glaring at me disapprovingly. Just kidding. My dad doesn't look at me with disapproval. He looks at me with shame. Okay, let's go. Yes, Christmas. I like that. I just like how it swells into this Christmas. Like it's too great. This is real immersion breaking.
But they always release Star Wars movies in December. That's just what they've done.
It's a tradition.
Yeah. I don't know if that was a tradition with the original trilogy, but I know that has been ever since the kind of the reboot, not the reboot, but the continuation of the story.
Yeah.
After the original trilogy, they've done that.
The Jar Jar Binks Abrams version of it all. That's
the Abrams version's not.
Everybody knows J.J. Abrams stands for Jar Jar Binks Abrams.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's a fact. No, I get it. It comes out in Christmas. Obviously, duh. Just how much more can we fucking say about it? I do want to talk about the font, but okay, cool stuff. Now we got all kinds of cool shit going on here.
What is going on here? I don't know what planet they're on, but it seems like, is it like red clay or red sand, and they're kicking it up as they go along? So it looks like it's this planet that used to be water filled, but has been caked over by sun and decades.
Sort of like a
drought.
salt flat kind of thing, but it's obviously baked over and cracked. But just under the surface, they're piercing it with these things. Are they doing that to create a dust cloud that'll be strategical or something, like advantageous? This is like the equivalent of a smoke screen? Or...
So they're going after a bunch of AT-ATs? Is that how you call them?
Those are the big walker guys, right? I thought the AT-ATs were the two-legged ones.
Oh, there's an AT-ST and an AT-AT.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure which is which, so I'll just say them both.
And actually, it's AT-AT machine.
Okay.
ATM machine.
Yes,
Get how people say that?
But this has got to be the Resistance going against the First Order. Because we know in the original trilogy, it was the Galactic Empire. They kind of fell, and from their ashes rose 30 years later, the First Order.
Yeah.
So they use a lot of the same weaponry as the Galactic Empire, because they're kind of sort of the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, they're sourcing technology from the same pool of knowledge, I guess.
And I guess this guy's just drunk.
Yeah, I know. Like, who is this? Maybe this is Rey's first time, or this is?
It could be. That'd be pretty funny.
Well, I don't know why I'm thinking Rey, but like it could be definitely one of the other pilots, or Star Wars will do stuff where it's like, oh, the little boy's driving. Oh, be careful, everybody.
Pod racing.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Let's hope not. That fucking kid. Did he ever become an actor or something?
I think he vowed never to act again because his experience was so negative with the blowback from that. I feel bad for him.
Well, I do feel bad. Like, why does that guy deserve the pain? He's just some dumb kid. If anybody should be angry, it should be at his parents.
Yeah.
So look, it's just like a tail hook. You know how they land on aircraft carriers?
Okay. At first, I was going to say it looks like maybe that one's damaged because there's an engine on the left, but not one on the right. But it looks like they're all like that.
Right. But I wonder if he's coming in for a move. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, you're right. Here, and then the bigger engine on the left and the smaller on the right. Yeah,
it seems a little unbalanced, but who am I? I'm not an engineer.
You're not an engineer, nor did you exist in a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. But I'm betting that he's trying to get the hook into the ground, because when you go into this shot here, let's go up a little bit more. They're all touching the ground. Yeah. It's obviously intentional, but must have just overshot it or something. You think by this time in like technology, you have autopilot. Like pretty much even nowadays with airplanes, everything's kind of done by the computer. Yeah. You know, the human's just there to make sure that nobody maces the waitress. Yeah. So there's a shot right after this that kind of reveals who that might be. Okay, all right. I just like looking at it though. It does handle it pretty well. You'd think this would fuck up the ship there. Do you think it'd break it off or snap? Oh, I'm sure they're built for it. Yeah, they're built for that. Oh, look at these like fin things kind of flapping around here. Oh, you just gave a very hint as to who it could be. What? I think it might be Finn. Oh, Finn. Well, he's a is he? No, Finn is he's the stormtrooper turned good guy. Good guy. Yeah. But cool. What do you think of that? Well, I shouldn't say turn good guy because he was always a good guy. Right, but he's a stormtrooper who he defected from the Empire to the Rebels. Do you remember the scene in the Force Awakens where I think it was Phasma is ordering all of the stormtroopers to kill the rebels? Yeah. And he stands there and watches in horror as the stormtroopers obey the command and start shooting down all these innocent people. But he doesn't pull the trigger. Right. He's the one with the blood smear on his face. Yeah. They had to identify him somehow. Mm-hmm. But it'd be funny if they just put like a Pepsi sticker on his forehead. Okay. Yeah. So, but I mean, that's when he was questioned. Like, we're just slaughtering innocent people, and like, okay, I can't. Like, I do that when almost every job I have that moment where I'm like, I can't believe I'm fucking doing this shit. Okay. So there they go. And cool shot. I know we're gonna keep going here. But look at all this stuff. Where did they cut? Do you think there's like some sort of holes back here where they keep their ships, or do they fly up and turn? What's going on with these mountain cliffs, James? Where are they coming from is my question. Oh, tectonic activity. Did they come up from the Earth's mantle, perhaps? Well, that's actually not a bad theory. When I say Earth, I don't think this is Earth. The planet's from the planet's mantle. Well, we think of planet, we think Earth. That's why. No problem. Nobody's gonna be like, actually, they're not on Earth. Okay, fuck face. Okay, but I think they came over the hills, lowered themselves, and then they flew off. And you think that's why he's appearing to land almost roughly? Maybe maybe having a hard time. Maybe. I just want to know what the smoke. I think are they just creating a dust stream? Yeah, I mean that's what it looks like. They're disturbing the soil. No, here's a better theory. It's explosive. They're going to do like a big dust sweep, and they're going to create a big cloud, and then they're going to shoot the cloud, and it's going to kill all the AT-ATs. Okay. Mark my words. Fuck that. I mean, sorry. I don't know why I like to end proclamations with that one. I'd be a bad wedding guy. Who's the guy that makes the wedding happen? No, you'd be a very bad groom. I would be a bad groom. Great husband, terrible groom. Because I'd be drunk and playing video game. No, the priest
Priest?
But anyway, I'd say you may now kiss the bride, fuckface. Way too long to get that joke out. That was fucking terrible. Okay, there we go. Oh yeah! All right, that's Finn.
So is that him piloting in there? If so, is he controlling it with his mind, or is this one of the world's first driverless cars, and he's just sleeping while he's waiting to go to work?
He's just taking an Uber to work. Yeah, what the hell?
I mean, it looks like if you look to the top right, it looks like something is moving by really quickly.
Yeah, like watch the corners. It does seem.
But at the same time, you would expect that if it was from this scene, you'd see all sorts of red crap flying by him.
Well,
unless he's in the lead.
No, I mean, like almost any one of these. If you look at the top of it, right, there's like kind of a glass canopy there. Yeah. That straight down is the shot, right? So
but
straight
now
down
is not the time to be snoozing when you're
that's a separate
going into
issue.
Battle.
I'm just saying, like, if this is the corners where it wouldn't be red yet, because if they're at the front of it, if that's in fact what's happening here, is that if this is a completely different ship, it's just because of the way they
now,
edited
can you read any of the text in there? Is that even
that
English?
says Darkwing Duck, sexy man Nixon. This says Keezy. That says Keel. So it's Key and Peel.
I feel like there are like
this
big reveals here. There are big clues that we're just not picking up on because we're not as aware of this universe as we should be.
That could be. For instance, they still use pillows, so they are a little bit like us after all. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what's going on here. Like, is it mind control or is it automated pilot stuff or whatever?
We can't say that he's using the Force because before The Force Awakens came out, we saw all these posters with him holding a lightsaber, and I was thinking all the whole time, oh, he's our new Jedi.
Okay.
But he's not.
No, he's not a Jedi guy.
He doesn't have the Force.
He's just a classic handsome fighter.
Yeah.
Right? But look at this outfit he's wearing. Obviously this is made for attaching a kind of helmet, right? And it's sort of some sort of protection there. He's got shoulder pads there for carrying around his girlfriends. They could straddle them and face each other. Okay. Next scene.
This is Poe Dameron.
Poe Dameron, played by.
We know that he is an expert pilot from The Force Awakens.
Yep, played by.
And then, I don't know.
Oh, what's his name? I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, he's also this same dude.
This is you asking the questions we don't know yet. Again, you're making us look dumber than we really.
But I do. I have heard.
You're exposing my dumbness.
Well, you're afraid of that. I embrace my dumbness. Okay. No, but this guy, same actor, played the guy in Ex Machina. He played the CEO with the beard.
Ex Machina?
Machina. Okay, I am not going to give in to you fucking bigwigs in Machina. Fuck you. It's Machina.
Okay.
BB-8.
Yep.
BB-8 doing its thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's fun. Everybody loves BB-8, right? I think BB-8's kind of a lame robot, personally. Yeah. I don't know. How does that head stay on? I mean, honestly, I can't keep my head on where I have a fucking neck. What do you think, James? Where does he keep his toys and stuff? Does he have a trunk? He's all trunk.
I feel it's really terrible for the... What's the correct word?
These two extras that are being burned by sparks?
No, for the person who's afflicted with dwarvism to be inside that rolling ball.
Yeah,
that's got to be nauseous.
He's probably dizzy by the time he gets out of that. Is this physically possible in our world? Can we make a BB-8 robot?
I assume that if it was, we would see them.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I know they can make them attached up, but we can do cool stuff with magnets and gyroscopes and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, there's some really cool behind-the-scenes shots from The Force Awakens that shows how they actually filmed him.
Yeah.
And I think it was someone who was like running behind with the actual ball on a long pole, just pushing it through.
Like that kid's toy where the balls go when they like pretend to vacuum and stuff.
I don't know.
It's
like the little
like a Dyson vacuum.
Yeah, like but the lawnmower.
Yeah, the kids' toy lawnmower. Yeah, and it goes. The little balls bounce around on the inside of it.
Not the same thing at all.
Yeah, the balls bounce around, kind of like me when I have sex. Get it? Wink, wink.
Thank you for that hard.
Well, I do jumping jacks. It's the only move I know how to do. So anyway, these are obviously rebels. He's wearing kind of the classic Star Wars gear. See the symbol? That's the Rebel Alliance. He's got handsome hair. He's very determined. Not even distracted by sparks. These two fellas, what do you think they're up to? Look how they run.
So obviously, God, that's funny.
I love those.
Yeah. So obviously, the First Order is attacking a rebel resistance base.
Yeah.
So he's running to get to one of his ships. We know he's a pilot, so obviously he wants to get out there and start fighting or escape.
Yeah.
Probably fight.
Right. What do you think's causing the sparks? Is the ship being attacked?
I would assume so.
Or is there a phaser blaster?
I don't see any shooting, because if it was a phaser blaster...
They don't call them phasers, that's Star Trek.
It was a blaster. That's what they call it.
Yes.
If it was a blaster, it would have to come from either behind him, which I don't see, or in front of him, and I wouldn't assume that Well, he is running towards something while other people are running the other way.
Yeah, but it's just generic scrambling. That's what I'm seeing. Like when the zombies hit the mall, everybody runs in different directions.
And the hero always runs towards danger, not away from it.
That's how it works. Yeah. What if that's like my X-Man powers, my ability to run away from danger?
Yeah.
Which creates no, I think this is the equivalent of like in Star Trek when the consoles explode, just like the ship is just taking damage, so they got to show it somehow.
I always wanted to see how they filmed that, because you know when the whole bridge is supposed to like shake and then they all get all flung over and they're hanging onto their consoles, but they're really just moving the camera.
And I wonder if they even move the camera anymore. Do they just have a digital way?
They might.
An editing trick.
In the old days, I'm sure they just moved the camera.
They just had some guy bonk it like it's a stubborn VCR.
There's like a first AD off to the side saying, "The bridge is shaking."
Well, the actors, again, we're talking about Star Trek, but like the actors, they'll do like, you'll see them like shake it, and actually somebody stabilize the camera.
I'm sure that would be hilarious.
Google Star Trek stabilized camera. It's funny as hell. It's so funny. Okay, so here. That's BB-8 taking off. So here he is going to a ship.
And apparently his ship is not operable anymore.
What makes you say that?
The explosion ripping through it.
Oh, that part right there.
Yes.
That'll do it. Yeah, this is what it's like when I turn on my Subaru. But luckily it's a tough old beast, even though 2 of the fucking 4 speakers don't work anymore. It sucks. Okay, we got guys running there. We got BB-8 holding up.
So we can only assume that the First Order now knows where the Rebels base is, and they're hitting them hard.
Well, I think there's other explanations possible. It could be
a grease fire.
A grease fire. It could be a sabotage thing. Maybe they had an agent on the inside, which would also be true, as meaning they know where it is. But it might not be a full-on attack. It could be that. It could be one bomb. But the fact that the whole place seemed to be under attack when they were doing it, it's probably not. But yeah, I'm betting this is a space platform, though. I don't think they're on a planet because they have this force field.
This
window.
very much looks like they're in space.
Yeah. And is this the same kind of ship here, do you think? What do you think that one is right there, James? Is that a Y-wing?
I don't know.
Maybe a B-wing.
I'm sure there's an official name for these planes. And once again, you've exposed our ignorance.
Who cares? Ignorance is fun. It's bliss, as we like to say at the Ignorance Club. Is there ever going to be a Q-wing?
Sure.
And people think it has, they make jokes about, hey, look, it's like the Florida of the wings. All right, so, boom. Okay, we got to watch the explosion happen. Look out! Okay, so that's cool, right? Fun. Like that.
Okay, so this is a TIE fighter?
Yep, that's a TIE fighter.
All right.
There's also like a one with the angles. I think that's the one Darth Vader drives.
Now, is that a red blaster?
It's hitting it.
Because the red typically is used by the bad dudes, right? And the green is usually the good guys, or?
Yeah, probably. They always, red is bad, green is good.
Yeah.
True for stoplights, it's also true for movies. Yep. And all TV shows and video games always have red, green, go, red.
Yeah, so, I mean, would it be safe to assume that whatever takes down that TIE fighter, Poe lost his ship, so maybe he commandeers an enemy ship, and he's fighting using their ship against them. Because here's the green ones coming in, or we can assume the Millennium Falcon did it.
Yes.
But the Millennium Falcon is shooting green. Well, not shooting anything.
Well, he's not shooting anything yet.
The Millennium Falcon's a cargo ship, right?
Yeah, but he's got guns on there.
He does have guns.
He can blast off a little bit.
But where's the green coming from? The green is coming from the TIE... No.
Yeah, right down there.
Okay, it's coming from another ship from the other direction.
No, look here. That TIE fighter in the corner.
The TIE fighter is shooting green.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm super confused.
Well, you're getting a little caught up with the color stuff. I mean, maybe these guys are buddies with them now. You know, maybe they stole it, like you said. We don't know.
Maybe I'm just completely wrong. Maybe the good guys use red and the bad guys use green. I don't know.
Well, we know Santa uses both. That's why those are the colors of Christmas. You know, hey, there's a spider on my wall. Does that scare you, James?
Yes. I need to chop his legs off with a master sword.
I respect spiders because they're industrious. I will fucking murder every other bug I ever see, but I like spiders. I'll kill that thing if he's still around. But I one time I had a spider in the shower, and then it fell down by my feet, and I almost slipped and I almost died.
Did you rescue it?
No, it was already wet. It went down the drain.
You can still save it.
Who rescues a wet spider? I don't even rescue dry spiders. You're such a nice guy. You're so nice to people. You even care about spiders.
Well, they have such a short life. Why should I shorten it needlessly?
Exactly. They don't experience time at the same rate that you do. Okay, we're getting a little distracted here. Anyway, I like the explosion. I think everybody's a fan of the cool space battle or cool sky battle. Good clouds, good stuff. Yeah. All right. Oh, is there any men? It'd be fun if they had a guy falling out of that thing or a lady. But yeah. Millennium Falcon, let's get some noise here. Ready, James? Here's some noise. Yeah! Okay. She's a good runner. Look at that face. Look at that face.
Very determined, carrying the iconic blue lightsaber.
That's right. So
do you think this is still on the island during training? But what's she wearing? It looks like she's got like a vest on almost.
Yeah, kind of a rebel vest.
Yeah, so I think this is after her training's done. And she's like in a action-packed scene in the movie. I don't think this is standard training montage.
We can bet that she eventually leaves the island.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I mean, this is like Survivor. She eventually gets off the island. Oh, that one's not working so good. This one's the best one there. That's fun. Everybody likes that. This is the same face I make when I run into a Chinese restaurant.
Yeah, it's like she was shaking her lightsaber at kids. Get off my lawn!
Again, mosquitoes. All right, they're driving her crazy. They didn't have DEET. They didn't have any kind of chemical.
It's just me. You know, a lightsaber can be retracted, right?
Yeah, right.
So I would probably retract it when I'm running, because I would stab the crap out of myself running with one of those.
Put the superheated plasma stick away while sprinting.
Do you ever like carry a flashlight and pretend like it's a lightsaber and say, "Oh, don't let the beam touch me," just to see? Have you
done that?
Every freaking time I have a flashlight, that's what I'm doing.
Really?
And like, if this were a lightsaber, could I not injure myself? And lo and behold, every 2 seconds, the beams hit my own leg or something.
I hit myself in the head with a tennis racket once, and on accident, and I had tennis racket stitches on my head, like the side where where it's threaded. And they were stuck in my head. I mean, not stuck, but I had a little imprint. This is why you don't run with scissors. Lightsabers are like really dangerous scissors. Okay. And I'm not going to make a scissoring joke because that would be inappropriate, but delicious. All right.
I only know.
Okay, someone's talking. We got to listen.
I only know one truth.
Oh! All right, well, let's get the words out first, then we'll come back.
I only know one truth.
I only know one truth.
Okay.
All right, we'll get the truth in a second here. Okay, now we got another dangerous tool. Speaking of tools, it's
Kylo Ren.
Kylo Ren. And what's his name? David fucking... I got to ask Siri. Fucking thumbprint.
I'll do it.
I'll edit this down. I gotta redo that fingerprint.
Who plays Kylo Ren? I'm sorry, I don't have that information.
Hey Siri, who's the guy who plays Kylo Ren in the Star Wars movies?
Okay, searching the iTunes store for Star Wars.
Shit!
I got this. Who is the actor that plays Kylo Ren in Star Wars?
Fuck!
Star Wars The Force Awakens features Harrison Ford, Mark Hamill, Carrie Fisher, and others.
It's Adam Driver.
Adam Driver! The guy from Girls.
Yeah.
Is he good looking or not? I think he's weird. He's good looking in that weird way. Like some men get fucked up features like me and they're ugly. Some men get fucked up features and it like works. Like he's got that,
He's like a Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, good way to describe that. He's kind of like a Brad Pitt.
Yeah, but you can see the scar on his face from his last encounter with Rey.
Yep. He hangs out with Tyrion Lannister a lot. Yeah. They're buddies. But so talk about his lightsaber here, James. He's got that one that has the...
the one that would make it even easier to injure yourself with a lightsaber hilt.
You just got to bend your wrist in a funny way.
Yeah.
Suddenly you're slicing your forearm
Does
open.
it look cooler? Yeah. Is it practical? Heck no.
Well, but none of them are practical. James, weapons in general are not practical to have around, okay? The chances of getting injured go up when you have a weapon in your hand. All right, so that's cool. Let's hear some more noise. Anything else to say about this?
Well, the very next scene, I have something to say about.
If he ever decides to give up this game, he could just go work at a diner and just make toast.
Truth.
Assuming they let him keep his lightsaber.
So we hear
one truth.
One truth. And then we see what looks to be here as a Jedi temple in ruins. And we can only assume that this figure right here is Luke Skywalker. He's falling down next to R2-D2.
Is he getting on his knees there?
Yes.
Oh, I see. I thought that was just
And I think at one point he puts his hand on R2-D2, and you can tell that it's a metallic hand. So it's obviously...
You see it in this shot?
I think a little bit later on.
Okay, well,
perhaps. Or it's either here or it's in the flashback in The Force Awakens.
But I think that's the case. I don't think it's right now.
But I really think that this is when Kylo Ren or Phasma came back and destroyed the Jedi Temple and killed all the Padawans that he was trying to train.
Yeah, this is probably that time. Yeah.
So this is why he says, I think there is one truth, and he says the line afterwards, which I'll say it now, but the Jedi have to end.
Say it in Luke's voice.
I don't even know if that's the exact
Say
line.
it in the Joker's voice.
The Jedi have to end.
Because I would assume that he says this early in the movie because he's giving reasons why he won't train Rey.
Yeah.
Because of the pain of what happened, he doesn't want to see it happen again.
Yeah, I mean, what we're witnessing here is Luke's lowest moment. This is a bad time. This is worse than the time when he found out his dad was a piece of shit. This is worse than the time when he saw Uncle Owen and Aunt Becky dead and turned into skeletons on top of a fire. This is worse than the time when he made out with his sister and he said, ugh, just like kissing your sister.
He almost did, but...
I used to do a bit about that. I used to go, yes, I don't remember the bit, actually. It's from my first couple of years. Something about how sisters must be shitty at kissing and my brothers are good at kissing. I don't remember. All right, well, that's why did I say that part out loud? So R2-D2's doing his thing. What do you think he does to soothe them? Do you think he gives them like comforting noises?
Maybe.
Like when a pigeon puts you to bed?
Yes.
All right, let's go for it. Let's go a little more.
Okay, that is Phasma.
Captain Phasma.
Because we know from The Force Awakens again that she is the commander who's in charge of the stormtroopers. She's the one that takes orders from Kylo Ren, who ordered her to have the stormtroopers annihilate all the innocent rebel people.
Yeah, so this would be her marching out with her gang. It's like, hey, fellas, line up single file. We can't all walk through the piles of flaming wreckage. We got to go down the channel.
Yeah, so I'm guessing they were the ones who were responsible for the destruction of the Jedi Temple that's in flames that you saw before.
Yes, it's a safe bet. Do you think it'd be funny if there's one of these stormtrooper guys gets out that like that weird nunchuck baton stick that one dude had?
Oh, yeah.
Not nunchuck, more like that. And he goes, just like, can I use it? Can I use it? No, we have blasters, idiot. What the fuck do you have that for? Anyway, Captain Phasma, I want to say something about her, about this character in The Force Awakens. Most oversold fucking character in the history of cinema.
Yeah, she was pretty useless in that one.
She looks cool.
Yeah.
And they sold her up like, oh my god, oh boy, we got
the armor looks amazing. I think it's made of something like chromium or something like that.
Yeah, we got a chrome, we got a Pimp My Ride armor set up here going on. She's all tough, she's a lady, so she's probably extra strong. She's like, I'm gonna kill you. And then what happens in The Force Awakens? She like folds like a card table in 2 seconds and doesn't even do anything. We never even see her go kick ass. She's just a middle manager.
She's kind of a joke in that movie.
Yeah,
she looks all cool in the trailer, then you see the movie and she does nothing.
So I'm saying that with extreme prejudice and accurate judgment, but what I'm really saying is I'm hopeful that we get to see her kick some fucking dude butt in this one.
Yeah, I think
or
we're
lady butt.
that.
Yeah, I'm excited. I hope that she turns it up to 11 and fucks up some of these people because I want to see Phasma because I need to have a Phasmum.
Okay.
You ever play that game Phantasmagoria?
I love that game.
That's a great game.
I played it many. I own it.
What? Well, let's stop it and play it. No, I played it too. I never finished. I don't know.
You never finished it.
Everything gets hard for me. I get distracted and my head doesn't work. It's not a good scene.
I got it on a demo disc back when I had a subscription to like PC magazines.
Yeah.
And I plugged it in, I put the disc in, and I heard the trailer start with that music, that fascinum. And I was like, yep, I'm gonna buy this.
Ooga chaka, ooga chaka.
Not like
hooked on a James. Okay, sorry everybody. I know we're losing subscribers. Okay, Phantasmagoria, good game. Advanced for its time. Wow, we're wasting way too much fun. Okay, so there she is. Let's hear some noise with this one. Okay, no noise yet. I'm waiting for words. Is why I'm letting the sound play. Okay, so now we got our space battle. These are pretty cool. This one's got some blue. This one's got some red. Maybe there's like different teams, man. You know, maybe there's like, hey, the blue squadron, the red squadron.
I don't know if I'm a complete and total idiot about these laser colors. So who's shooting?
They're shooting red.
I'm just dumb.
Well, that one's shooting. Wait. We got green over here. Oh, greens are coming in. Red's going out. Yeah.
Yeah. These are X-wings. I had it entirely backwards.
What are these called? They're not X-wings. These are X-wings. What are these big ones called? What letter of the alphabet? L-wings?
I don't know.
They're a little bit L-shaped. They look like guns. They look like you could grab it. Like that's the
handle. It kind of does, yeah.
All right. Well, they're pretty cool. Do you think each one of these is driven by one of those fish heads?
Maybe. Well,
it's a trap.
Everybody's favorite guy. We can assume that these ships are on the good side because we can see the rebel ships are coming from them. Yeah. And the TIE fighters are coming towards them.
Yeah. And they're crashing in. Ooh, are there any collisions here? Ooh, that one took it in the middle. Wow. Oh, my short-lived rebel life. Yeah, I think that's right. So looks like green is the bad guys, James.
Yeah, I mean, I love Star Wars. I'm not a huge super fan, and I feel that anyone who's a super fan would immediately turn the video off when it's like, oh, the bad guys shoot red.
Yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter. I mean, if you're still with us at this point, you've realized we're a couple of fucking dorks.
I need when you edit this,
I wouldn't want to insult you, but I'm much dumber than you.
When you edit it, every time I say green, just put it in your voice saying red.
Red, with me holding a coffee cup above my mouth. Yeah, that's pretty cool though. We got a good attack. Oh look, look like a hit there. I don't know. I feel like this is a dangerous profession, being any one of these people. And these are not even people; these are ships. But there's people inside them probably. People and fish. Cool. I'm excited. I love a good space battle, especially if George Lucas isn't involved. That's why I miss Firefly. That was a great show. Good escalation of the music and everything.
So this next shot, we got a wider shot.
Pew, pew, pew. Oh, nice shot. Look at that. He let
do you think those little orbs in the bottom of those things are gun turrets?
Like here?
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be. I bet you're right. Let's see if one of them shoots. Come on, orb. Come on, orb.
It'd be a really dangerous place to be sitting.
Yeah, that would be. That's like the bottom turret of the B-52 bombers or the B-52 band, whoever was on the bottom. Yeah, look at that.
I don't see much happening with those orbs.
Boom! Take that, you stupid X-Wing. Or, I mean, TIE fighter. Okay, so then another one comes at it. So, I'm getting excited, James. I feel like a kid again. You know, trying to have sweaty fever dreams in my Star Wars sheets during my parents' divorce. That was pretty good.
Yep.
I like the editing too. I like that they cut to black with the nice little cut off of the music. That's pretty exciting.
It's time for the Jedi to end.
Oh, what?
Time for the Jedi to end.
Why did that crazy uncle just say it's time for the Jedi to end? This is the most talked about line in all of Star Wars trailer history. Okay.
Whenever Mark Hamill leaves his cave and doesn't see his shadow, it means that the Jedi won't come back that year.
They get 6 more millennia of no Jedi?
Exactly.
Yeah, I think you're right. That's probably it. I actually think this is him. This is how he turns off his house lights. It's like, Echo, Echo, deactivate hologram.
It's time
chest.
for the Jedi to end.
It's time for the Jedi to end.
Your voice, now making coffee.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm not available to answer that. I love you too. Boy, how many times has Siri been sworn at? Yeah. Okay, so...
Echo, cave lights off.
Echo, submerge hidden island. Anyway.
No, actually, I woke up last night. I was watching a Netflix thing as I fell asleep. And at some point in the Netflix thing, which was on very low volume, someone said Echo. And then said something, and I was asleep. And then my Echo device responded to it in loud volume, and I woke up scared to crap. I thought there was like a woman standing next to me.
Wow. How sensitive are the ears on that thing? I mean, how
very sensitive.
Wow, holy shit.
Yeah, it was like 2 o'clock in the morning. It's like, I'm sorry, I do not know the answer to your question.
Yeah, I remember when that happened because I had to quickly jump into your closet to make sure you couldn't see me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucked up. That's crazy. Well, okay, so let's talk about this line. What the hell is he saying? It's time for the Jedi to end.
It could be. I'm speculating. This could be like again, the early part of the movie where she's trying to get him to train her.
Yeah.
He's saying no, nothing good comes of it. I'm gonna stay in exile. We can't possibly win. I've tried before. No good comes of anything when you deal with the Jedi.
Yeah.
So it's time for the order to end. It's time for you to leave me alone. I'm going to live out the rest of my days in the cycle.
The Jedi have a pizza restaurant. Did you hear about it? I saw it on... No, I know. I saw it on 4chan.
Or he could be saying that it's time for... The Force is all about balance. So if there's no evil, there's no need for... There's no dark, there's no need for light. So he's maybe saying it's time for this whole duality to end, for us to destroy the dark, at which point there's no need for the light.
Well, it's speaking on what you're saying. That's an interesting compositional choice.
The dark and the light. Yeah.
He's a silhouette. You don't actually see his face. You don't see it, but it is very light, and he's exiting the dark. But is he going to the light? It looks like he's trying to leave. But that would, that's interesting. There's a lot of playing going on with the dark and the light, just like when you and I go to the Chinese buffet. We'll elbow to the ribs.
Hurt, though.
I have pointy elbows. If I keep eating Chinese buffet, I won't. Time for the Jedi to end. I think he's depressed, as we've kind of established. You know, he's sort of just become a hermit, a recluse. He's just living alone with his weird keyboards, just having a good time. He's probably recording stuff, but too afraid to put it out on the internet. And now he's just like, no, I'm not gonna fucking do it, you cuck. Get out of here, you cuck. That's what he called her. I just really hope he calls her a cuck. I just think it would be hilarious.
Why do you think that Luke Skywalker is this Breitbart news guy?
Because he's got a scraggly beard and he's living alone on an island in a cave like me. I have a scraggly beard and I live alone in my heart. I live alone in my heart. I'm too incapable of actual human interaction. I won't let anybody in. I'm terrified of intimacy, James.
Right.
Not that I'm against you squeezing my knee every once in a while. Well, that got weird real quick. I didn't mean for that to go. I'm sorry. You ever have someone squeeze your knee? It's uncomfortable. It's surprisingly painful. Okay, so I think this is her. She's gonna like reinvigorate his joie de vivre. This is actually one of my other all-time favorite science fiction movies. How Stella got her groove back. This is how Mark Hamill, aka Larry Skywalker, got his groove back.
You think she just like waves her hand and goes, "You will train me"?
Yeah.
He waves his back.
She's better at it than he is. Yeah. Like they have an influence off. Like, no, I won't. Yes, you will. No, I won't. Yes, you will. No, I won't. Yes, you will. Then the doorbell rings and it's Domino's Pizza. I just really want him to call her a cuck. That's all I really care about. But I think that's what it is. I think he's going to realize that he's got some fight left in him. He's become Yoda. He's become Obi-Wan. And she's going to reawaken those old parts of him that have been kind of idle and sort of have gotten dusty and destitute and fallow for a long time. And she's going to reawaken that spirit inside him. And now he's going to show up. He's going to show up like Jimmy Smits, and he's going to kick some ass. Is Jimmy Smits in one of those Jar Jar Binks ones? What the fuck?
I almost forgot something very important though.
All right.
There was an interview that I saw.
Oh boy.
It was a headline. I didn't read the actual interview, but the headline says that this movie will absolutely explore the parentage of Rey.
Okay.
So it's possible that she will learn where she comes from, who her parents are, through Luke. Luke might already be aware of who she is and where she comes from.
Well, that's obvious. He has been making money by donating semen. My brother did that. He got paid $60 per pop. And you can't do it for 3 days before. They want you to bring in a full load because, well, I mean, it's obvious because you're selling something. But yeah, he sells semen, and that's why she's got the powers.
Seashore?
By the semen by the seashore. two semen, because that's where they hang out. That's a good business if you're into it. Women can sell their ovaries for like $5,000. Dudes sell
Don't they just is an ovary and an egg the same thing?
Well, the ovary makes the eggs.
Right.
Yeah, no, you don't sell an ovary. That's
that's the end of the line right there.
Yeah, that's the factory. No, they sell the widgets, not the factory. Yep. They sell ovaries. That's horrible. That's so bad. Okay, so no, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I think it's going to be a turnaround.
Yeah.
And that's based on the fact that almost every decent movie, or at least every crappy movie, also tries it, or at least they should, is to give their characters some sort of emotional arc so that the audience can relate to the story and that they can see that, oh yeah, I had an emotional arc too once when I was not old and worn out.
There's only one thing that we know about the final complete film as of right now.
Okay.
And that's that it won't be as long as this review.
Yeah. It won't be. Yeah, I know. We do. It's so crazy. I just saw another YouTube video that said this. I didn't watch it, but it said in-depth, detailed review. 9 minutes.
Yeah. That's how you do it right.
It's more like a podcast. I should say podcast at the beginning so people get the idea that it's going to be more of a discussion than a... but also, I'm curious as to... I hope they explain why he has grown a shark fin. I'm excited. I'm really hoping that there's some reason for that. Like, because maybe... Well, he's on a water island. Maybe this explains why I've never made James actually laugh.
That is the best thing.
Most of your laughs are just out of uncomfortable politeness.
But that is perfect.
Yeah, that's weird. What the fuck? Why has he got a shark fin? I mean, I bet this is how he travels to his other islands and visits his neighbors. And they maybe every weird moon, or oh, it's the fucking equinox, and then they all go swimming around and they have sex with dolphin blowholes.
Yeah, it is time for the Jedi to end. Now begins the age of the shark people.
He just starts. He flaps his arms and starts giving. But he does like finger gills, where he puts his hands on his neck and he starts going. Blah, blah.
He just lost his mind. And
do sharks make noise? Do they have a growl?
I think the sound they make is just the screams of the things inside them.
Yeah, the screams of the license plates rattling around. They don't make noise. Do they have a vocal?
Well, I mean,
a vocal cord box?
They're the silent predator.
Yeah, most fish don't make noise. They only make gurglings, like glug glug glug. I know there are some fish.
No, I mean, they do make
noise.
the sound. It sounds like.
Good one. I like it. Yeah. So, all right. Well, it's time for the Jedi end. Let us know in the comments, everybody. What do you think? Why did he say that? What's that?
Time for this video to end.
I'll fucking say. I'm getting sweaty. I'm gesturing wildly. Yeah. Okay. So here we go.
Jedi? Because the last time I counted, there were 2 Jedi on that island. Does that mean that Luke Skywalker's going to die?
Well, she's the last. She was born after him. Like she's the last.
It's not like the Highlander, where in order to become something, she's got to chop his head off and suck his midichlorians out.
Was that how they do it in the Highlander?
Well, I mean, the whole premise of the Highlanders, there can be only one. So the more Highlanders you kill, I don't know, are they all called Highlanders?
Oh,
anyway, the more you kill, you attain their powers.
Okay. Yeah, do they call themselves Highlanders? Hey, Highlander. What, me?
I don't know.
I knew it.
It's just the one guy, the Highlander, because he's from Scotland or something, which is the Highlands.
Yeah.
And the other ones might be from the Lowlands. It goes, I will kill you, Lowlander.
Actually,
Highlander.
It's Lowlander, because I'm not born in the mountains like you fucking mountain. You be a goat fucker. Yeah, I get you. I hear you. I don't think that's a big detail to worry about too much, because I think it makes sense if you're born. If I had a son and then we both have the same name, Hank, because of course I'm not gonna name my son some horrible other name. He'll be the last Hank. Because he will be so cool, he will be such a cool boy that he will become. No one else will have the courage to imitate the name Hank. Name Hank's a hillbilly name. I used to be ashamed of it, and then I got and now I'm making it cool again. So you're welcome out there. In fact, now Henry is an important name. People are liking the name Henry. And for those that don't know, Hank is short for Henry. I don't know why. It just is. Like Bill is short for William, and Dick is short for Richard, and Susie is short for Voldemort. All right, ready, James? Yes! Is there anything else?
Nope.
Wait for it. Wait for it. Oh, fucking shit. We got to the end. All right. Well, there you go, everybody. James, any final thoughts? Are you excited? What do you think about the movie? Are you looking forward to it?
Yeah, I'm going to see it. And I think once I see it, I'll finally learn what color blasters people shoot.
Yeah.
That really bothers me.
That's going to eat you up, isn't
it? It is already gnawing away at me, and we haven't even published this thing yet.
Yeah. Well... What bugs you? Because you got it wrong and people are going to correct you, or you?
Because it's something that I haven't.
Well, why? But you pride yourself on. James goes out of his way to research it, by the way, everybody, and he actually cares about being accurate. I mean, I care about being accurate too, but I'm not willfully ever trying to misinform anybody.
What ruins me is that the bad guys carry red lightsabers, the good guys carry blue and green. Well, Luke having a blue one at first and then a green one.
Yeah.
So
Darth Maul has the double fisted.
Yeah, so you associate that it would be the same the other way, but it's not.
Well, that makes sense. Then you kind of just locked it in there, like in some of the earlier movies when the stormtroopers come onto the Corellian cruiser that Princess Leia is on. Is that what it's called? What color are they all shooting red? Or
I'm gonna go back and watch it now to find out.
Yeah, it's okay. It's not something you need to stress about, by the way. No. But I do know what to get you for Christmas, which is some red and green Christmas lights.
And I'll hang myself with them.
Good. I've always had my eye on your Echo. Yes! Finally. I will live alone. All right. Well, there you go, everybody. Tell us what you think of the movie. Are you excited? Are you interested? Do you hate me? One guy left a comment. One guy won't shut the fuck up while the other guy's trying to talk. And I was like, yes, that's what we do here. That's exactly right. So yeah, that's it. We did it. We got to the end. We're a little bit late with this one. That's okay though. We hopefully people will enjoy it and check out our other trailer recap stuff. We do TV shows too. You can look in the description for some of those or check out our channel some more. We also do video games. If you're interested in watching a couple of yahoos talk about video games, so you come to the right place. But James, you know what? I like to say, if you're fun, nerdy, and cool, well, then you're one of us. And you don't take life too seriously, then you found your home. So welcome, my children, my flocklings.
Padawan,
my Padawan.
Younglings.
Isn't that grasshopper? Grasshopper? Padawan?
It's essentially the same thing.
I mean, it's same vernacular kind of meaning. Cool. Well, all right. Well, James, sorry about all the injuries. I know that you're going to be okay. I mean, luckily everything's already cauterized, kind of. So that's good. That's good. Meanwhile, we'll see you on the next one, everybody. Bye-bye. James, say your favorite Star Wars quote. I'll say mine. You say yours and I'll say mine.
Do or do not. There is no try.
Okay, good one. Mine is, hey, Leia, you want to fuck me? That's what Lando says to Princess Leia.
Sure, that
My, beautiful. Doesn't he try to bang her right away? He's a flirt. If I looked like Billy D. Williams, I would be a flirt too. I would be trying to bang every princess whoever visited my Cloud City. I like the guy with the lights on his head, the bald guy. I was related to him even as a kid when I had hair. I only had hair for 19 years, James. Why don't you go fuck yourself? Goodbye, everybody. Oh man, I'm sweaty.
That's not how you hit stop recording.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
you